what's up, everybody? Showtime Doctor. So I wanted to give you guys another collection of mana banner review here. Since I've had the units, I've seen the units, and I could tell you what's what, what's good, what's not. Number one, especially if you're rerolling, you want a Randy. You want a Randy. So reason you want a Randy, he just has ridiculously good stacking damage, especially with the release of PvP. The dude is a beast. The dude's a monster. You just get him built up and you just set him in a direction. He can accomplish whatever you want. Burst damage wise, sustain damage wise, whatever you got. And so definitely get yourself a Randy. Now, as far as Papoy, Papoy is actually a really good caster. Can be argued to be top tier. The cool thing about Papoy is, in fact, let me go into him here. Actually, Papoy technically is a fairy and has no gender, but whatever. So the cool thing about Papoy is, once you look at Papoy's skill set here, Papoy gets a lot of spells that are like, not, basically no one else in the game has them. And Papoy also has a gigantic amount of extra damage against stuff that, so you hit something with dark and it's weak against dark. Papoy hits it harder. Papoy has a good amount of mana regen abilities, such as Glutton here. And then, just in general, the only weakness Papoy really has is defense. Papoy's defense is actually pretty bad, but other than that, just an amazing skill set here. Now you notice the four skills. You get a air one, you get a ice one, you get a fire one, and you get a dark ultimate, and all of that is like super good as far as triggering weaknesses, as well as some of those like things like tower or some of those maps where you got to trigger like 3 weaknesses at once. Papoy's got you covered, and whatever you can't cover here, like you need holy, Papoy can just basically give that to you. Like I'll go over here to magic. All the zero abilities, such as Fireball there, those are abilities that Papoy will get from the tree. So you see there, you got 2 fire spells, an ice spell, 2 earth spells, a thunder spell. Only one you don't get, there's a dark spell as well. Only one you don't get is holy, and you can just sub that in and out whenever you need it. So, and also the cool part about Papoy is if you're sick of like the time freeze spells, you can just give Papoy all the stuff that doesn't freeze time, you know, depending on your play style, and you know, you can just keep farming without having to worry about it, and can smash stuff really quickly. So Papoy's really good. Like I said, Randy's really good. Now we're gonna get to Prim. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend Prim to you guys. The reason I cannot recommend Prim, number one, in general, her damage just isn't that good. That's just the way it is. So you're thinking, okay, well, I'll build her as support, you know, maybe tank or something like that. The problem is her hallmark spell, which is she can enchant a weapon for anyone in the party, any elemental damage except dark. So you could give, like, say, Randy a holy sword or a fire sword or whatever. On paper, that sounds really good. The problem is that doesn't translate to abilities, so it only works on auto attacks. So if Randy's gonna do like his first ability, and Randy has ice sword, and the enemy is very, you know, takes a lot of damage from ice sword. Well, when Randy's spinning his sword, that's gonna be his neutral damage still, not his ice damage, and he's losing a couple of his damage modifiers. I'm not sure quite how the programming works. Maybe they programmed it right, but in general, though, he's going to be losing some of his damage modifiers just because most of his kit works around neutral damage and sword damage. So that's just the way it is. So unfortunately, I can't really recommend Prim. Not that she's bad, and you know, she's still waifu, so if you want to collect her, that's great. I actually do hope I get her, but I'm talking about if you don't have these characters and you get her. You want a Randy, you want a Papoy, you want Randy most of all. And so that's pretty much how that banner is going to be going, guys. So those are my recommendations. Good luck on your pulls. The event is freaking awesome to farm. Make sure you farm it. And as far as the arcs go, I have every one of them. Let me go ahead and get into them here. So Final Fantasy Adventure Here's all the things it's going to eventually do here. Conversion's actually pretty underrated because you can pair conversion. It's a regen, HP regen. You can pair conversion with there's a, I forget the ability, but basically every time you regen health, you get a little bit of skill cooldown. So it's pretty good. Monkey Baby's actually really good, and I can actually see that being really good in PvP, assuming that PvP fights get higher, more time, basically, because right now they're all ending really quick. And let's see here. Honey Elixir, that's kind of, it's like an emergency thing. Genmanite's okay, so abilities-wise, it's all pretty good. Now then, as far as what it's going to do, pretty much this is mostly a skill for either arena or the mana units. So really good arc though. Overall, let me find the other ones. So, oh, I got the filter on. Okay, so Secret of Mana right here. I've only gotten it to 5 right now, and I'll show you guys why. First of all, Cure Water, that's just kind of whatever for the most part. Dash, also kind of whatever, unless you're just starting the game. Acid Storm's pretty good. It's an ice attack that lowers defense. Actually pretty good for event that's going on right now. And then Special Gauge, strength 30%. That can actually be really good in Arena. I haven't unlocked it yet, though. Lunar Magic, it's just a bunch of random stuff. And then Blessing of Mana, that's kind of an emergency thing. So, but the real reason to have this arc is because you see the passives there. When Sword is equipped, physical attack power, proportion of number of active buffs. So if you got someone like Saintly Theria, that just increases it more, extra damage there. And then this is what I use in PvP. When the party includes a full set of male, female, and other units, increase HP by 14%. Makes whoever's wielding this in general tankier. I do actually need to work on this arc, but I don't really need the abilities besides that, so I really haven't, which I have to think about that. And let's see, where's the other one? Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana is the SR version. This is actually kind of like a specialized weird arc, to be perfectly honest. Moonsaber is actually a really cool ability that got me through a couple hard fights. Basically, all of your auto attacks do HP regeneration, which is really good. Wisp Time and Shade Time, those only affect if you're like a Night Owl. Give you a little bit of damage there. Full Metal Hugger, I could actually see that being pretty good on some of the tower as well as some PvP stuff that's going on. And then Holiday of Mana, that's only if you're playing on Sunday. So that's why I say this is kind of like a niche arc overall. Basically, if you're playing at night. But, you know, some of us are night owls, so that's how that goes. So, anyways, guys, that's your review for this. Like I said, all the arcs are good. I'm actually going to be pulling on this banner fairly heavily just because I got a rank up defending. That's funny. Just because I want to hopefully max out the skill cost or skill points for Randy and Papoy and hopefully get some extra arc stuff. So, anyways, guys, that's just about it. So there's your review. Good luck on your pulls. Hopefully you get it. And that is it for me. So I will see you guys later. Have a good day.